Hello, and welcome to the Telescope Show. We laugh, we discover God, and we totally nerd out. My name is Matthew Seipel-Anderson.
And I am Katie Seipel-Anderson.
And we would like to make you feel right at home with us. This evening we're recording, thinking about you, the audience, with warm feelings in our heart, Christmas spirit in our soul, and we're ready to talk about Willow, the new Willow series on Disney+.
And fun fact, it is late again when we're recording, so Matt is all hyped up and excited, and I am curled up on the couch with a blanket.
Well, you know, sometimes at night when you feel tired, a little snack can kind of invigorate you. And we're not too far from Austin, Minnesota, which is where Spam is headquartered. And I learned something. Katie, did you know the tiny U.S. territory of Guam consumes more Spam per capita than anywhere else in the world? The average person there consumes 16 tins per year, and Spam is even featured on the menu at McDonald's.
I wonder if it's on our menu too, but they just don't call it Spam.
Oh my gosh.
They might call it a hamburger.
Why did you even say that? It might be true.
It might be true. I don't know what Spam tastes like. I don't know that I've ever had Spam. Do you just eat it out of the tin, or do you fry it up, or what do you do with it?
If I've eaten Spam, it's been so long I can't remember. I've seen Spam, the jello-y goo on the top.
Yeah, and I don't really have a desire to eat Spam, but now I kind of feel like I should because I give it a bad rap, but I don't actually know what it tastes like.
When I was in high school, I had a Spam t-shirt, which was funny in an ironic sort of way. Big old Spam can in the front.
But you didn't eat Spam?
No, I was a poser. It wasn't the real thing.
Well, Matt, did you know, speaking of food, did you know that December 7th is National Cotton Candy Day?
That's funny.
And cotton candy was invented by dentists.
National Cotton Candy Day was invented by a dentist?
I think cotton candy was invented by
cotton
dentists.
Candy, the delicious web of sugar that goes on a piece of cardboard? Wow.
Maybe back in 1897, they didn't realize quite what sugar did to your teeth.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe there just wasn't sugar in everything they ate, so eating some cotton candy wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, we've even gotten cotton candy flavored yogurt for our kids.
Which is gross.
It's gross, but our kids love it. It's an oddity product. It comes in a tube. You just squeeze it out of that tube into your mouth and...
So tomorrow, go ahead and have some cotton candy, or if you can't find cotton candy at this time of year, then cotton candy yogurt it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. Celebrate the day.
So when I was trying to find fun facts, I was going to search out fun facts about, and I was trying to think of something, so I just typed in fun facts about, and then you know how it, we'll do the predictive text, and the third one was fun facts about platypuses. And so I actually clicked on that because I'm like, I wonder what kind of fun facts. I mean, platypuses are interesting. And it doesn't feel like you should say platypuses, but I think that's the right way of saying it. It feels like you should say platypi or something, but nope, I think the plural is platypuses. They lay eggs. They have venom. The males have venom in their back feet, which is weird.
Not the front feet where an enemy would be.
Well, they can turn quick. They have kind of the weird webbed feet, but they actually look like a beaver. But then they have a duckbill. Anyway, they're interesting. They're interesting animals. But even more interesting is that these little small brown creatures give off a biofluorescent green-blue glow when you put them under a UV light.
That's crazy.
And I guess people don't know why. But I also want to know who put one under a UV light. Who was like, it's a platypus, let's put it under a UV light. I don't know, that's interesting.
That is very interesting and very crazy. And I just want to learn more about it now. And I really want to hear somebody say the word platypus with an Australian accent.
Maybe someone will give platypuses.
A national holiday right next to Cotton Candy Day.
I was gonna say maybe someone will give them some cotton candy, but
Maybe that will make them glow even brighter. Well, speaking of bright things, one of the bright spots in this show for me in the new Willow series is Willow's daughter, who is actually played by Warwick Davis's actual daughter, Annabelle Davis.
I really love that.
I know, it's so cute. And in a future episode, his son, Harrison Davis, is going to be a body double. So we probably won't know when he is in the show, but at some point, it's actually going to be him on the screen and not Warwick. So cool.
It's a family affair here.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Actually, it's Mims, right?
Yeah.
I actually really liked Mims. I think they're going to do more with her. Oh, it's not prediction time.
Ooh,
Just
that's okay.
wait to
It's
find
all right.
out.
It's cool. It's cool. You're a host. You can do what you want.
Well, I think they're going to do more with her character.
Absolutely.
That's what I wanted to say.
Well, the internet is divided about Willow.
Not very divided.
A lot of people are just straight up hating on Willow. Some people are defending. So I thought a fun place to start in this quick little discussion would be with some reviews. So Alexis Bevan says, I am very disappointed. I'm 24 with a brand new 3-month-old baby named Elora due to my love of the first film and couldn't get past midway episode 2. The tone feels off, the dialogue is petulant, the royal families are very cavalier about sending their only heirs to track down another heir. No seasoned warriors accompany them except one father figure who is immediately killed and forgotten about.
You know, she's not wrong.
But I just have to make a point that I just thought of. The fact that she named her child after the child in the original Willow and then now hates the show, it's kind of like getting a tattoo that's spelled wrong.
Well, the movie was still good.
That's true.
It's just the show.
That's true. That's a good point. But now she's always going to have to say she's named after Elora in the 80s movie, not the new show. Oh, man. Okay. So, but not everybody hates the show. There's one positive review. People need to chill out. And then she has the face slap emoji. Let's see if I can get a good face slap sound to take off my hat. People need to chill out. There are only 2 episodes out, and you can't judge a show based on the first 2 episodes. I really can't stand how crazy nostalgia can make someone. Let people have their own creative vision of an old thing. If the 80s movie was your favorite, then go watch that.
But I mean, that's not really a positive review. It's just hating on the reviewers.
I guess. Well, she's at least saying to chill out and wait.
And she's not wrong. It's not the same thing, and it's not going to be the same thing as the original Willow. It's just so different that it's a little disappointing.
Yeah, I have to agree with Alexis on a lot of the points that the tone, the dialogue, and just the initial setup of the whole adventure was off, and I had a hard time believing in it and embracing it.
Honestly, after the first episode, I was like, I don't even want to watch the second one. I don't really want to watch this show anymore.
You know what? I was in the same boat, and I said the same things, but for those of you listening, Katie was like, no, we told everyone we were talking about Willow. We have to make ourselves watch the second episode and do an episode on it to fulfill our word.
Well, we're not the only ones who didn't like it. The audience score is 27%. At least when we looked at this, it might, it changes daily. But when we were looking at this, 27%. I mean, that's pretty low.
It is.
There's a lot of 1-star reviews.
It is, and it's very risky to do a remake of something people love.
It's not really a remake, though. It's not even. It's kind of a sequel type thing.
Yeah, true. I shouldn't have used the word remake.
The feel of it is just so different.
Yeah. It is. One interesting thing about this critical rating / audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, I read some of the longer reviews of the critics, and many of them were able to watch most of the first season. So that gives me some hope that it might start to redeem itself a little bit. we'll see.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
Elect a lot.
Yeah. Who is your favorite character?
I mean, pretty much has to be Willow, or maybe his daughter.
I kind of like Borman, the guy who was in prison. We don't know much about him. He's just kind of the big, like literally huge. He's super tall. Just kind of a big bruiser and they've been teasing his backstory a little bit. So I'm curious to learn more about him.
I think he could end up not being great, though.
Well, that's definitely true.
He's going around to everyone being like, I'm not really with those guys. I'm really with you, but, whatever.
Which just adds to the high school feel of the whole thing.
Exactly. I mean, there's just so much stuff. I mean, the first couple scenes, I was like, are you kidding me?
Is that really a good reflection of young people?
I think it does. I think it does young people. You young people. No, I think it does young people, teenagers and into like young adult years, a disservice. Matt and I were talking a little bit about this, and I'm like, it felt very like high school teenager and kind of like stereotypical for what people say about teenagers and young adults that I just don't find to be true every day when I actually talk to and see and learn about and get to know young adults and high schoolers. I have them very like selfish, very petulant, very immoral. And I find that young adults and teenagers have integrity. They have reason. They have good thought process. And, they're not all like that.
And as a non-young person, seeing them...
Who was once a young person.
Seeing them literally kill the one old person who went on the quest with them was a little off-putting. I mean, I'm not as old as that guy was, but I think, in life, all of us crave people who help us along the way. We crave those mentor figures, those older individuals in our lives who can really help us. Even just saying a few encouraging things at a key moment can make such a big difference. And that's something that really reminds me of Jesus. And, Jesus called people and really brought them, from like a lowly place up to like a higher calling. Willow is sort of the guide character in this movie. And Willow is calling Dove, the kitchen maid, to become Elora, the chosen one. I think that's a pretty fun relationship. And a pretty cool character. I really like Elora's character also. And it does remind me of how Jesus called these common people to like identify as children of God and not just as lowly people in society. And also to just embrace this call, like you might be a lowly person in the world, but you can change the world with this message of God's love. And I think that's really powerful. And it's cool to see this Dove character go through this transformation in her mind, or at least start to go down this new path.
I also like that she's pretty gritty. She was like saying that, the words that were supposed to make the thing grow over and over and over and over again and doing it for a really long time. I like that she was really gritty.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe they're trying to draw some contrast between people who've grown up in a privileged situation versus people who've had to kind of bootstrap it and work hard. I don't know. We'll see if they continue with that theme. And it will be interesting to see how these characters that annoy us, maybe they'll grow on us as they grow as characters. Well, Katie, do you have any predictions?
I predict that we'll see more of Mim's character. And I predict that Elora will end up growing in her powers.
Wow, that's
Bold
an amazing
prediction.
Well, this movie reminded me of another movie, and a slight spoiler for the second episode here, so if you haven't seen it, beware. But Willow shares that he has this vision, or this dream, of Elora being dead on the battlefield. And so my prediction is that Elora ends up being only, quote, mostly dead, and that Willow will give her a pill coated in chocolate and she will come back to life.
Oh, please. I really, really hope they do that. That would be lovely.
Hey, you moved your finger. Speaking of that, we had a great idea. we have an idea to do an episode, like a throwback episode about Princess Bride.
Which I'm definitely okay with. I think it's about time I watched Princess Bride again. It's been a very long time.
Absolutely. I think the holidays are a great time to kick back and watch an old favorite. And, the schedule's a little light. Maybe we throw in an episode about Princess Bride.
Is the schedule light?
Well, we've got lots of possibilities. But, there's always room for a little Princess Bride.
There's always room.
All right. Hey, let us know in the comments what you thought about Willow. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let us know what you think about Princess Bride. And
Google fun facts about and see what comes up.
See what other animals glow when you shine a UV light on them. All right. Love y'all. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.